Hello everyone, my name is Jake and this is my channel Wishlist, and I just recently went on a road trip where I saw a ton of incredible aquariums, and I thought that I would share with you some of my favorites that might give you some stocking options or ideas for any tanks that you're looking to set up. So I put those together for you. I'll have timestamps down in the description so you can jump around if you want to take a look at different tanks. Just a minute or so on each one, but lots of really great ideas, and I thought that that would be something that I could share with you guys. So let's go check it out. This aquarium was not on display for the general population at the Georgia Aquarium, but rather was back in an employee area, which I thought was kind of interesting. It has a large central plant structure with lots of rummy nose tetras and other kinds of tetras. There's a few really cool medium-sized black ghost knife fish that were actually out even in the light, which was neat. There was also a large variety of plecos, pretty rare plecos. So green phantom plecos, a small cactus pleco. It's hard to get them all on film, but there were quite a few kind of rare plecos in there, which I thought was rather fascinating. But I loved this mixture of fish, and it was an absolutely stunning aquarium, despite the fact that it did have a good bit of algae on the tank. There were only two kinds of fish in this tank, which I thought was a fascinating combination. Full-grown, beautiful Congo tetras, as well as elephant nose fish. I don't know who thought of that combination, but it was incredible. Such an amazing tank and beautiful plants. This was a stunning planted tank with tons of anacris, as well as a ton of red plants, red tiger lotus lilies, really beautiful, as well as a large group of glow light tetras and two stunning jewel cichlids. If you want to put a fire eel as your centerpiece fish, this is a stunning aquarium from the Georgia Aquarium, and I'm going to show you another one from the Tennessee Aquarium. Both of them had fire eels as kind of a centerpiece. This one had some amazing serpe tetras, as well as harlequin rasboras, a huge group of pearl gouramis, and some cigar sharks, as well as some cories down below. But lots of very large, very long Vallisneria. Just a beautiful, stunning aquarium, and that fire eel was certainly enjoying its place. There were actually two times when I walked by this tank, and one time I didn't even know there was a fire eel in there. He was just kind of hiding. So he only comes out, he must have enough space in there to be able to hide and come out whenever he wants to. But just a stunning display. This other fire eel aquarium was at the Tennessee Aquarium, and it was more designed like an Asian river. Had lots of different barbs, as well as a stunning fire eel and a turtle. I don't know what the turtle was called. I'm not a turtle person, don't know much about turtles, but lots of huge barbs, tinfoil barbs, tiger barbs, different kinds of barbs in here. And so it kind of stayed true to its more Asian roots. But it was a stunning aquarium as well. You can never go wrong with a mesmerizing discus tank. I thought it was interesting that this really only has two types of discus, red melons and turquoise or blue. I don't know my strains that well, but I think it's turquoise discus. But just stunning to see these full-grown massive discus in a very tall tank with just the driftwood. I feel like most of the time they always get put in planted aquariums, which is fine, they're beautiful there, but it is nice to have this just focus on these incredible fish. This is a pretty incredible terrarium. I'm not very well versed in terrestrial plants, so I don't know what these above are called, but down below we've got a whole school of glass cats. I thought that was a very interesting choice to be able to put in a school for its own aquarium. There is something to be said for an aquarium that is measured in square footage as opposed to gallons. I don't know exactly how many gallons this thing is, but it was basically like a 300 square foot room with a glass window full of water and so many Lake Tanganyikan cichlids and other fish that it was just incredible. Now, I don't think everybody could put this combination of fish together. Certainly not the Goliath tiger fish. I don't think that should ever exist in a home aquarium. But this combination really just got me thinking about what fish can live together, because there were huge schools, not just singular fish, but schools of featherfin cichlids, and most of them were small. I have no idea how many of them get picked off, but there were just tons of them swimming around just in and out of these Goliath tiger sharks with their massive teeth. Not to mention more predators down below with these full-grown frontosas. But the rock piles were perfect. They were just teeming with life of tons of Juliodicromis, Leilupi, so many rock-dwelling cichlids. Really incredible to see this. I could not get away from this tank, and I definitely have a lot of footage of it and a lot of ideas that I have taken from it. So if you want to make a Lake Tanganyikan tank, I would consider the size of the tank before putting these kinds of fish together, because obviously I don't think most people have an entire 300 square foot room to dedicate to a fish tank. But you can really do a lot if you have a great size on your tank, if you do something like an 8-foot tank. Also, shout out to both the Tennessee and the Georgia Aquarium for having massive Tanganyikan exhibits. I thought that was fascinating. I figured for sure that I would see a massive tank full of Malawi peacocks and haps. However, both aquariums, their main African cichlid tanks, the largest tanks that they had, were both Tanganyikan tanks. I thought that was super interesting. Not usually the most common and most popular fish, but I'm not complaining because they happen to be my favorites. Although I don't have all of these fish, I wish I could have a tank big enough for some frontosa. Not too interested in keeping the Goliath tiger sharks. They're not sharks, but tiger fish. They're very dangerous. Apparently they're cousins to piranhas, except much larger teeth and much more aggressive, and there's even reports of them killing humans, which is incredible. Look up some pictures of them. Big, scary, nasty teeth. I don't know how they don't eat everything in here. They must just keep them very well fed. Now we're gonna head back to the Tennessee Aquarium and show you an incredible rainbow fish tank. This was a very stunning display of rainbow fish, Melanitania bosemani's, millennial rainbow fish, turquoise rainbow fish, huge schools of rainbow fish, absolutely stunning and all full grown. Really makes you respect rainbow fish when you see how big they really get when they get the space and the environment that they deserve. Well, I hope that gave you a lot of great ideas for any tanks that you want to set up. I didn't get a lot of views on the videos from my trip, so I'm kind of curious to hear from each one of you. What kind of videos do you want to see? What kind of videos do you want me to make? I have lots of ideas on videos, probably enough to make a video a day, but I don't know if anybody wants to watch all of those videos. So I kind of want to get some ideas from you on what you guys want to see, product reviews, species profiles, tank overviews, stuff like that. I just want to hear from you guys and connect with you guys. That's kind of what this is all about for me. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Fwishlist out.